everyone, my name's Delilah, aka ASSASSINA. Welcome back to my channel, where today we're going to be looking at all of the nominations for all the categories for the Game Awards that was tweeted by Jeff Keighley just about an hour ago. And let me tell you, I was all decorating for Christmas, and you know, when you decorate for Christmas, you feel all holly and jolly. And then I saw Jeff Keighley's tweet and saw the nominations for Game of the Year, and for some reason, I got extremely salty. It put me in a bad mood, and it shouldn't, because like I know in the grand scheme of things this means nothing. Like, it shouldn't affect my opinion on what should be considered Game of the Year, and I will be doing my own video of what should be considered Game of the Year for me personally, my top 10 games of 2021, which will come out around December, the end of December. But I couldn't just help but feel some type of way when I saw that Returnal wasn't nominated. Like, I'm actually very angry about it, more angry than I thought I would be. God damn, that game deserves to be part of the nominations at least, but the fact that it's not there, I don't even know what it says about the jury at this point. I don't know. All I know is that I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. That game deserves it more than some of these other games. But anyway, let us go through. I'm gonna spend most of the time on the first category, which is Game of the Year, because that's the most important one. But before I get into that, I want to explain what Game of the Year means to me. So Game of the Year for me is a game, well, actually the category says recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields, which would be Returnal, let's be honest, it would be Returnal. But anyway, yeah, for me, it's a game that moves gaming as a medium forward. Of course, a personal Game of the Year and a objective Game of the Year for me is very different. So I'm able to say like, oh my god, like, this game tugs at my heartstrings in so many ways. I absolutely adored it. It's my personal Game of the Year, but I think that the game that pushes the medium forward is this. So they could be two different things. I feel like Returnal was probably both of them, but anyway, let's talk about Game of the Year. So the nominees are Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village. And I'm going to spend the most time on this category and break down why each one is or is not my Game of the Year, and for what reasons. And then the other categories will kind of fly through. And I'll be very transparent through all the categories of why I choose what I choose. But just know that I'm probably going to pick Returnal every time it pops up, just because I'm upset, okay? I'm upset. I'm being very transparent. I'm tight, okay? Anyway, Resident Evil. I love that game. Probably my top 3 personal Game of the Years, and the reason why I wouldn't choose it as Game of the Year is because it's basically just Resi 7, which came out many years ago, with some Resi 4 mixed together and reskinned with a gothic aesthetic. That's it. Very fun though. I had a great time with that game. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, very accessible game, very pretty, probably the most graphically enhanced game on this list. But the gameplay was like mildly different from the 2016 version, which is fine because the gameplay is super, super fun. But the story was a bit safe in my opinion. Really, the best thing that this game has is a super fun gameplay and enhanced graphics. To me, that's not enough to put it on top. I feel like it could have gone further narratively and gameplay-wise, especially when it came to the rifts. I felt like they used the rifts in very scripted ways. I wish the rifts were used more creatively, where you could move in and out of the dimensions as you wish, where you have more autonomy over it instead of it being scripted within combat sequences. I feel like the rifts was the major draw to this game. It was called Rift Apart after all, and the rifts were actually not that great. They looked cool when you looked through them. The draw distance was amazing, but I felt like the rifts could have been used within the level design in better ways. Psychonauts 2 actually, for me, is the most creative of all these games, with that 90s cartoon aesthetic. It definitely is held back graphically, but because the art style is so unique and reminds me of a 90s cartoon, it's really hard not to feel connected to the art style. The gameplay really, really lacks in Psychonauts 2 still. Even though they made many improvements from the original Psychonauts, the gameplay is very stiff, and for a game that has abilities like psychokinesis, I feel like it could have gone further to make the gameplay a lot silkier and smoother. Now, granted, this is more of like a smaller team compared to the other games, so of course I understand that there's limitations there, but that's not gonna stop me from critiquing it. Even though the gameplay lacks, I feel like the art style and the level design are top tier. you're literally jumping into the brain of someone who has mental health issues, and you're helping them overcome whatever mental health issues they have. And in that, you're getting to know more about the main character, Raz, and his family and the people around him, and who created the school. What are they called? The Psychonaut School, I guess. And yeah, it's just done really creatively, top tier level design, some really genius moments, and just the fact that the narrative and the gameplay is woven together so creatively and so well. It makes this game probably one of the best on this list, but I still wouldn't choose it, and we'll get into why. Metroid Dread, to be honest, I have not played enough of it, so I'm not even going to speak to it. If I play more, I'll let you know, but I honestly feel like Returnal is the Metroid game that I wanted. Anyway, It Takes Two will probably be my pick, simply because it is the best cooperative experience I had ever. It is my favorite cooperative game. It has all of the, like, fun level design elements that like Psychonauts has. Maybe not as creative, but the level designs in this game are super mystical and fun and interactive. But what sets this game apart is that I had a blast cooperating with my partner in playing this game. And it's very rare for games to get co-op so good, and Joseph Fares and that team have definitely found their niche and have definitely set the bar for what a cooperative gaming experience could be. Graphically, it's not as enhanced as like Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, and narratively, it's pretty safe, probably safer and less interesting than Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. So, like, maybe I can't really say it's definitively the game of the year. Like, once again, I would probably pick Returnal. But anyway, if I had to pick it, probably It Takes Two, because that game, despite playing it earlier this year, has stuck with me. And it does so much right in terms of cooperative gameplay, couch cooperative gameplay, and you can get a free key for a partner to play without them having to buy the game. So that's definitely a plus. I wish both players could earn trophies, but that's a whole other thing. This game, a lot of fun. I really recommend you play it with someone if you haven't already. And then moving on to Deathloop, this game is like Psychonauts, has very creative ways of melding gameplay and narrative. It's more of a puzzle game than anything, but it's a puzzle game with like first-person shooting mechanics that are super silky smooth. And it's rare for a puzzle game, which Psychonauts 2 is a puzzle game, but the gameplay is not silky smooth at all. It's very stiff and janky. Deathloop is a puzzle game that actually has like good gameplay, really, really good gameplay, where it's basically a first-person shooter puzzle game. And I've never played a game like it before. It's so innovative. Like, the combination of the narrative time loop system and how that fits into the gameplay is done really, really well. And because it's a time loop narrative, it kind of feels like a roguelike, but it really isn't, because you get Residium where you could buy and keep the items that you buy with the Residium, where in roguelike games you kind of lose everything and with some progress that you keep. So it does kind of redefine roguelike. It's more accessible in terms of roguelike. But the gameplay is just so good and unique. Like I said, I've never played anything like this. But what keeps this from being my game of the year is like graphically and performance-wise, because there were a lot of bugs. It definitely is a bit last year. To be fair, like It Takes Two and Psychonauts 2 aren't anything graphically crazy either. Like, really, the highest graphics games on this list are probably Ratchet & Clank and Resident Evil Village. It's just that I feel like this game could have gone further with the graphics. Like, the NPCs are reused, and although they look really cool, I just saw too many of the same NPCs, and the world was like cool, but I felt like they could have added more details to the levels. I did though really like how even though you were exploring the same level, if you went there at different times of days, you had like a completely different experience, and it made such a small contained game have so much exploration, which I really appreciate in video games. I always admire when video games can be contained but still have so much to explore and experience. But I honestly just didn't have as much fun playing this game as I did when I played It Takes Two, Psychonauts, or like Ratchet & Clank, or Resident Evil, or really any other game on this list. It was a really cool and innovative concept, but I still had more fun playing the other games. So I think if I was to vote on this one, it would be between Psychonauts 2 and It Takes Two, but because It Takes Two has that cooperative experience that definitely set the bar for cooperative games, which is something we really need more of, especially couch co-op, I'm gonna go ahead and vote It Takes Two. Oh no, it's loading. There we go. Okay. I'm not gonna share it. Not yet. Okay, best game direction. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation with game direction and design. Right off the bat, I would say Psychonauts and Deathloop, but also Returnal. Now, had Returnal been on Game of the Year, I probably would have chose Psychonauts or Deathloop. I'm gonna vote Returnal because I'm mad it didn't get Game of the Year. So anytime I see Returnal, I'm voting Returnal. But also, it really was innovative. It like meshed roguelike with bullet hell and third-person shooting mechanics really, really well in a way that I haven't seen. And also, I just love that game. Okay, best narrative, outstanding storytelling and narrative developed in game. Definitely not It Takes Two. I'm not sure why it's there. Deathloop, yeah, for sure. I could see why it's up there. Psychonauts as well. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy for sure. I did not play Life is Strange True Colors. I feel like though I probably would pick that if I had, because I know those games are basically narrative. But because I didn't play this game, I can't pick it. Oh, I can, but like I'm not. I think I'm gonna go with either one of these two, either Psychonauts or Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's go Psychonauts, just because the narrative is also woven into the gameplay, which is very, very difficult to do, and they did it in a very good way. There we go. Sorry, I guess a lot of people are doing this now. Okay, best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. This game had great animation, Kenna Bridges' Spirits. It was made from an animation team. I didn't play Artful Escape though, but I think Psychonauts definitely takes it without question for all the reasons that I said before in the Game of Year conversation. Best music score and music for outstanding music, inclusive score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. Now, another reason why I'm upset, Returnal had fucking amazing music. The synthwave shit, oh my god, especially during boss fights, it was just so good. Kind of upset it's not here. Cyberpunk. Wasn't Cyberpunk last year? Or did it release too late? That's weird. Okay, I didn't play Artful Escape. Deathloop had like good music, but it wasn't like... I guess I'm gonna have to go with Koichi Okabe for sure. But this is an old game, like I don't even feel right voting for it. And like 80s music is good, but god, this is all licensed. It was licensed music, it wasn't original. Like I want to vote for a game that has original. Honestly, none of these games. Returnal, once again, should have been in this category. I would have voted for it in a heartbeat. Let's go with Koichi, even though this is a freaking remake. And the music's old, like, it's really the only game that has original music. This is like licensed stuff. This music was good, but like, I don't know, it wasn't like that good to like better than like Koichi Okabe. Cyberpunk is just weird. Although that game did have some good music. Some of it licensed, some of it not, I think. Yeah, some of it was licensed. Artful Escape I didn't play, so. Alright, Koichi, you get it. I'm not satisfied with this category at all. I don't know what's happening this year. I'm a little upset. Just a little bit. Actually, a lot of it. Best audio design. Recognized in the best in-game audio and sound design. So this would definitely be between Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart and Returnal, simply because of its implementation with the DualSense and the 3D audio headset, which I just got a few months ago. But playing those games, definitely hearing all of the sounds around you as if you were like, they were like literally 3D around you or whatever. I don't know, that doesn't make sense. But anyway, I would pick Returnal hands down, especially the implementation with the DualSense. The combination, you hear you feel the rain on your DualSense and you hear it as if you're in rain. It's sick. So yeah, Returnal. But Ratchet & Clank, definitely honorable for sure. That's gonna be the theme of this video. Why is Returnal not here? I'm tight. Best performance awarded for individual, awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. Erica as Alex, I did not play True Colors. Giancarlo Esposito. Jason Kelly as Colt, yes. Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitrescu. Oh shit. Ozoima Agatha as Juliana. Fuck, it would be between Jason, Ozoima, and Maggie. Fuck. Oh, this is hard. This is so hard. God, they were all incredible. All three of them. I would probably vote Cole over Juliana simply because he had more lines, and he had to perform a character that was very torn, which is not easy. Oh, got it. Okay, so it's between Cole and Maggie as Lady Dimitrescu. Oh, Lady Dimitrescu, that was so good. But also, she wasn't in the game that much. Let's give it to Cole. That's why, because Lady Dimitrescu was in like the first quarter of the game, not even a full quarter. We needed more of her for me to vote for her. I'm sorry, but you were great, Maggie. You were... Okay, that was hard. Okay, games for impact for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Before Your Eyes, Boyfriend Dungeon, Chicory, Life is Strange, No Longer Home. I didn't play any of these games. I suppose I shouldn't vote, but I kind of want to. I heard good things about Chicory. I definitely want to check that out. I'm just gonna pick Life is Strange, because I know those games tend to have good pro-social meanings. Shout out to that category. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm inept. Best ongoing game awarded for outstanding development for ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So Apex, Final Fantasy XIV, Fortnite, Genshin, Call of Duty. If I had to pick one, I mean personally, like, Final Fantasy XIV is going on strong. You know, for a long time this game has been out and it's still going strong. I only played the first month of it though. I don't play any of these games. The one I play the most is probably Apex, which I only got to like level 12 or something. I do think that Fortnite is probably the best when it comes to this category because of all the licenses that they've acquired. I mean, look, it's fucking Carnage right there. Come on. You know, like, they got money to do that, but also I don't really like Fortnite, so let's give it to Apex. Apex is probably the game that I'd probably go back to, so that's the only reason why I'm voting for it. Although I would not be upset if like Fortnite won, to be honest. They probably deserve that category based on all the licenses they acquire and all the updates they constantly have. God, there's 30, Jesus. Some of them we're gonna fly through. Okay, best indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Oh, is Death's Door here? Yes, it is. Oh my God, Ken is a freaking... Oh, fuck. Okay, 12 minutes. 12 minutes I didn't finish. I didn't really like it. Inscription, I heard good things. I didn't play it though. Loop Hero, I didn't play at all. I haven't even heard of it. I'm gonna vote Death's Door for sure. That's actually one of my favorite games this year as well. Kenna's up there too. Ember Lab, God, they're gonna be great. But I just feel like Death's Door was a more solid experience. There was some things about the gameplay in Kenna that felt very janky, and the narrative was like meh, but I don't know. I think Death's Door. Let's go Death's Door. Kenna would be like a close second though. Ooh. Why am I taking this so serious? Best mobile game. I do not play mobile games. So there's Fantasian, Genshin, League of Legends, Marvel Future, Pokemon Unite. I'm gonna go Genshin just because it's the only game I actually played. And it's crazy that that's a mobile game. Best community support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness. I don't really know. I'm gonna say No Man's Sky just for its like actual revival, you know? Let's give No Man's Sky some love. It's come so far from being so low. And once again, these categories, I'm not the person to vote this. Innovation and accessibility, nice. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by a wider audience. Definitely Ratchet and Clank. Far Cry 6, Horizon 5. I didn't play Horizon 5. It looks beautiful though from what I saw. I didn't play The Veil. I haven't even heard of it. Marvel's was pretty accessible, but I think Ratchet and Clank definitely. Even the normal mode felt easy, which is very accessible to people. And they had cheats. Best VR AR? Hitman 3, I Expect You to Die, Lone Echo, Resi 4, Sniper Elite. I didn't play any of these, but Resi 4 is the one that I would play, so I'm voting for that. I heard it's really good. Best action game, Back 4 Blood, Chivalry, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, Returnal. I'm just gonna vote Returnal because I'm tight. But had Returnal been Game of the Year, I probably would have voted for Back 4 Blood as an action game. I felt like Deathloop was more of a puzzle game than an action game. Returnal, every time I see you, baby. I got you, Celine. Best action adventure, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Um, Marvel's action adventure, traversal and puzzle solving. This is hard. I feel like this might win if I actually played it, but fuck, I should have finished it before I did this, but time. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy is fun, but I wouldn't say no. It's definitely between Psychonauts, Resi Village, and Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank didn't really have really good traversable puzzles, not really that serious. This had some great puzzles. Let's give it a Resi. Yeah, let's give it a Resi. Oh, but it didn't have that great traversal though. I feel like traversal and puzzle solving would probably go to Psychonauts. See, like, this is good traversal, lacks puzzle. This is good traversal, lacks puzzle. This is good puzzle, lacks traversal. Fuck it, let's give it a Resi. It's fine. I had fun playing that game. Best role-playing. Rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experience. Cyberpunk, oh my god. Monster Hunter Rise. Cyberpunk was actually my top 5 games of the year of 2019. I don't abide by this November cutoff shit for my own list, but I understand. Scarlet Nexus was fun, but I wouldn't pick that. I didn't play Tales of Arise or Shin Megami Tensei. I would be surprised if people actually finished Shin Megami Tensei. That just came out. I'm gonna vote Cyberpunk, for sure. I fucking love that game. Despite its issues, I played it on the PS5, so I was lucky, but... Best fighting. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. Demon Slayer, I didn't play. Guilty Gear Strive. I love Guilty Gear, but I didn't play Strive. Melty... I'm gonna vote Guilty Gear. I just love that series. Oh, Nickelodeon All-Star, shit. I didn't play any of these, but damn. Best family game. Appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. It Takes Two, Super Mario Superstars, Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World, and Bowser's Fury. Yo, I fucking love that game too. This is definitely a great game. I would say though, It Takes Two for sure. It can, I think, mend relationship. Or break them, whatever. Best sim strategy, focus on real-time or turn-based sim. I don't play sim games really. But I heard good things about Inscription. If I'm gonna play a game, it's gonna be Inscription. So there you go. Horror. I like horror. The best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. I gotta give it a freaking Forza just because of the way it looks. I saw it played on my TV the other day by my partner, and it's incredible. So we'll give it to Forza. I don't play these games, so let's just keep on rolling. Best multiplayer? Back 4 Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, Valheim. This is hard. The only 2 I played on this list are Back 4 Blood and It Takes Two. Massively multiplayer, this isn't, but it's the best cooperative experience I've had, so I'll vote for that, I guess. Otherwise, I'd say Back 4 Blood. Content Creator of the Year, I probably don't know any of these people. I don't really follow content creators that much. For streamer content creator who made an important and positive impact in the community. I don't know, I'm gonna vote for her because she's a girl. That's really the only reason. Who's this? Anyway, yeah, whatever. I don't know who these people are. Best debut indie, for the best debut game created by independent studios. Oh yeah, for sure, Kenna. Hell yeah, that game felt... The animation, oh my god. Also, I didn't play any of the other games. So there's that. Most anticipated game, recognized as a game that has announced demonstrated illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. Jesus. Elden Ring! Oh! God of War Ragnarok, Forbidden West, sequel to Breath of the Wild. Starfield. Okay. Oh god, this is hard. I'm gonna vote Elden Ring just because I've seen the most on that game. We've seen a lot of Horizon too. I'm just a Souls. I'm a whore for Souls games. It's between these 3, to be honest. Oh my god. I'm actually more excited for Horizon Forbidden West than Ragnarok simply because we've seen more of Forbidden West and it looks incredible. But I did like the original God of War better than I liked the original Horizon. But let's go with Elden Ring. Ugh. Oh, can you believe we're getting all these games? I can't. My heart. Okay, best esports. I don't play esports. But League of Legends just going strong. I'm gonna vote for that. Always League. It's been around for so long. I don't even watch it. I don't even know who these people are, so let's go with he has a thumbs up. Oh, he has, oh wait, that, okay, just because of that, you know? That's the only reason. I know nothing about these people. Esports team, I know nothing about them. Let's go with the one that has the most diversity, maybe this one? I shouldn't even vote, right? But I am, because my vote only counts 10% anyway. It's fine. Best esports coach, judged as the most outstanding for performance and conduct. All right. This guy looks cool, I guess. I like his glasses. Esports event, League. Yep. Always League. League's so strong for so long. Okay, we did it. Wow. All right. Yeah, the end, I didn't have much to say. If you're as upset as me when it comes to Returnal not being as game of the year, let me know in the comments. Let's have a big salty circle jerk together. Let me know what your picks are for each of these categories, especially the ones related to games. I would love to hear about and have some dialogue with you on what's your game of the year based on this list, or maybe something not on this list. Feel free to share, but like I said, I will be doing my own top 10 game of the year that counts all games that came out this year up until Halo Infinite, and games that aren't on these nominations. I'm looking forward to that because it feels more personal and I'm less angry about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and take care of yourselves and each other.